Okay, Wednesday afternoon light. Everything's all hooked up. Do a little bit more fill around. These 3 panels charged my battery nicely today. Got 2 on one side and 1 on the top. Maybe I'll buy another one some other time. Do some more fill around here. And as you can see, my first tractor I made is gone. The pole's been pulled out. Much cleaner. And again, threw in a little fill dirt. And that's it. I was putting out well over 3,000 watts today. That's amazing, considering I only have 3,220 watts on label. That's pretty amazing. Alright, that's it. Stay underneath that side. I don't know if I took a shot at the 210s. These are the 210s, blinking green right now. I actually like these 210s better. Look at all the cable you get with them. These come right with it. They just screw together into each other. You get to put 2 bolts on them. I actually like that cabling better than the 212. And these today, we're putting out over 220 watts each. And again, these are rated at 210, but they were putting out 220. So they put out a whole lot more than the Power Jacks ever did. So, very happy. And then over here, again, some more fill. And I've begun the labeling process. I got my 240 lines coming into a spa panel, which is a 60 amp service with 220 amp breakers, 1 for each leg. And then around back it goes into the panel on the back of the house. So anyway, that's it. That's the updated deal. I'm officially done, except for a few more labels. So that's it. Wednesday afternoon. Bye. Okay, I'm just doing a recap of today's performance. It's 6:12 p.m. I just wanted to point out a few things. All of the inverters are doing more than they're supposed to be able to put out. These 4 here and these 4 have 215s on them. These have the older style 210s. These are the Canadian Solar. Interestingly enough, this panel here at 223, this cell right here is broken. There's an actual piece missing off it. And this low production cell 217 is actually a 245 watt panel, but it has this cell and this cell and this cell have like a line like with thunderbolt black. Look like it's burned out. This 222, oddly enough, was the lowest performer when it was hooked to the Power Jack. These 2 panels right here are both 235 watt Flutechnics, and these 2 at the top are 220 label watts Trina. Now, all these 220s are Canadian Solar at 47 volts, and the panels are only label rated at 235. So, there's 15 watts a panel missing on these. There's 11 watts a panel here, about 15 here, and then the percentages here are about the same. One thing I have noticed is this section right here is on a dual axis, and if I go back through all my collections of the daily reports, oddly enough, it seems I only get about a 3 watt maximum bump output over a single axis setting if I throw it in single axis mode for only about 40% of the day. So from what I have, my particular setup and where I'm located, doesn't seem to do a whole lot more over the single axis. So once again, I mean, if I move this now, you can see these panels here, 24 and 27, are shaded from these guys here. And as the sun comes up, You can see how they get shaded out with the clouds. And then as the sun starts to set, you can see the sun traveling across the sky until they finally die down. Got a little cloudy towards the end of the day. However, we still hit another 20 kilowatt day. So anyway, that's the end of how these are working. I'm very, very pleased. And much more efficient, especially on these Canadian solar. My highest reading I ever saw on these with the power jack was a 647, and obviously now I'm routinely getting 660 watts per tracker, which is 1,320 watts out of a 1,410 total out of both of these guys. So anyway, that's the rundown. They're all completely done now, and I just thought I'd show that because it's pretty cool. And then you can flip it over to the graph, and then you can see how the day was. And then you can come back over here and see the last 7 days. Anything with a nice clean graph like that is a fairly nice sunny day. This obviously was pretty crappy, and this was a lot of in and out sun. And then there we have today. So anyway, that's it. That's all the news to report.